probably against bigger guys. You wonder if he's ever felt the power of an Evander Holyfield. Although Holyfield throughout his career not really known as a knockout puncher, but he made up for that with heart and courage and guts. But he's a bruiser. He's very rough on the inside, accused by many of using roughhouse tactics. That's a heavy right hand.
Let go.
A short, crisp right hand to the head by Holyfield.
And if you're looking for signs one way or the other, not only is it good for Holyfield that he's thrown the hook so much, he's even getting the right hand in. You don't normally land that against Toney.
And Holyfield is picking off shots defensively by Toney. A very good first round for the legendary Holyfield, who just made Toney buckle with a body shot just before the bell.
That was a picture-perfect first round for Evander Holyfield. Look at the size difference between the two men. It is really graphic. And here we will see Holyfield ripping the hooks. He comes here with an excellent hook right to the face of James Toney. It's a short one and gets in, and it was a weapon that he used. So far, that repaired shoulder is working. We take yet another look at it. And what makes this special is it was a very short, compact punch. And this is the end of the round where they were rumbling a little bit after the bell. Again, the hook is in by Holyfield, and they have buckled Toney, and James Toney taking umbrage at the fact that something may have come after the bell.
Certainly not the same Evander Holyfield we saw in his last fight against Chris Bird, when he looked very sluggish and mistakenly tried to match wits with the slickster Bird. He is very aggressive and attacking James Toney, and he comes off a terrific opening round.
Holyfield threw nearly 30 left hooks, well over 26 left hooks in the first round. So here's a guy who now finally has that weapon back again and is using it with great dispatch.
Toney trying to get into a rhythm here, starting to throw that left, misses with the right. Toney jabbing more now and using his crafty defensive skills. He is a great counterpuncher. What I'm seeing out of Holyfield is here he's fighting in sustained fashion. He is not fighting in spurts. He's not just trying to steal things.
One of the weapons that Holyfield's not using yet is the jab. Toney's jabbed a little bit better, and there you see Toney trying to use the jab upstairs, downstairs, and then go upstairs.
There's a beautiful jab stuffed in there by Holyfield.
That was okay.
That was not a low blow, says Jay Nady, by Evander Holyfield.
James Toney wants this fight in the center of the ring. You can see he is trying desperately to stay off the ropes. He knows that's a real danger area for him. And he realizes it more now, Steve, after the first round, in which he was in that position and couldn't counterpunch like he normally does, and was hit with big hooks to the body and the head.
Stop! Break! Let him go.
I like the way Holyfield is setting his distance. And he's trying to throw as Toney gets ready to throw, which was a device used very successfully against a fellow named Mike Tyson in that great first fight.
Toney being more aggressive, though, here in the second round, starting to get some of his punches off, a slight subtle change. He's able to land a little bit.
And he's getting a little more cutesy now. That's his style, that tricky sidestepping, slipping, the shifting.
Nothing low, Evander.
Now, Holyfield's doing a good job committing to the body.
Stop! Let him out, let him out. Had one low there, keep it up.
But at least in round two, Toney has found a home for the jab, an occasional hook, an occasional right hand. And certainly made it a much closer round. And Holyfield has been more inactive.
Now Holyfield, yes, more measuring. The work rate has really gone down since that big first round. Nice quick left hook to the jaw by Toney, a crisp one. That caught Holyfield with his defenses down.
Toney making Holyfield miss a lot more in this round, and maybe doing enough to steal this round.
Holyfield missing, but he got him on the inside with a left hook uppercut. A better round for James Toney, round two. But the crowd getting behind Holyfield at the end.
Come on. Come on. Good show.
Good deal. Okay.
Deep breath. All right, now JT, he's trying to steal the rounds in 30 seconds. All right, he's doing nothing. He's trying to steal the rounds on you, right? Don't let that happen, okay? When you hit that 10-second bell, you're gonna pick it up from me, okay? You're controlling him.
Holyfield anxious to work the body. And that one, right on the border. And then he tries to double with it over the head of Toney. James Toney had his moments, a lot of moments in that last round, actually. And you're not supposed to be able to hook with a left hook artist. Well, he did it right there and got away with it. Shades of some of the hand speed that Toney hopes will be his calling card during this match.
And we enter round 3, scheduled for 12, a heavyweight non-title bout. Holyfield sticking the jab, and it's effective. Let's see if he follows it up with the right.
Stop!
Of course, his key combination, as Al has pointed out, the double left hook to the body and to the head. And so far, that left hand seems okay after the shoulder surgery.
You know, Holyfield landed that big right. You very seldom do that against Toney. Yes, he's throwing left hooks, but there's one small element missing from what Evander Holyfield is doing. He's not taking that step to the left. When you don't do that against Toney, you miss with the hook, and he's doing that more in the last 2 rounds.
And Toney is as good a counter puncher there is in the sport today.
Nice body work downstairs by Toney.
Step back.
Let's not forget Holyfield's age. He's 41 years of age. You can't always sustain what you want over the course of a round when you're 41, and here comes Toney back again.
Toney with the nice long jab, but one and done.
Excellent right by James Toney, a counter punch. And this fight is now settling into what we thought it would be for however long it lasted. And that was 2 men pot-shotting each other, and it right in front of each other, throwing and landing. Holyfield told us at our meeting with him that he would try this several times during the fight, try and get Toney, lure him in so he could counter him, and that's what he's trying to do now. Toney's not getting hit with any counter punches, actually landing a few of his own, including that beautiful left hook on the inside.
Toney acknowledging something to his corner.
And then he got hit with a combination because of it.
Don't hold. Watch your head, Evander. Watch your head. Stop!
Well, you know the history of Evander Holyfield as far as the head is concerned. Mike Tyson, John Ruiz, Asim Rahman could tell you about it. Left-right combination upstairs did have full impact by Holyfield.
It is very hard to hit Toney with a perfect right hand.
Stop. Man, you got to keep your head away from his head.
Jane 80 warning Holyfield about the head, jumping right on that issue. Of course, a lot of fighters complaining that Holyfield is dirty. Others say it just gets rough on the inside, and that's the kind of fighter he is. Toney said he's very prepared for that, and he just wipes off the sweat off his shoulder as if to say to Holyfield, "You're not hurting me."
A confident James Toney to this point, that's for sure.
He is gaining in confidence.
Breathe.
Inside, bend your legs. Get some torque in that left hook. Short. Short.
Real effective on the outside. You don't got to go inside with him.
He's standing up straight when you're throwing your hook. That's why he's getting under it. Bend your legs. When you hit these corners, watch for his overhand right. He threw it one time actually.
Early in the round, James Holyfield was able to do something you seldom can do against Toney, land a good right hand, but you see how well Toney slips these punches. This is where you got to step to your left and crank left hooks. Holyfield couldn't do it. And later on in the round, dare I say, the hand speed of James Toney, which is apparently at this juncture a little better than Evander Holyfield. No matter what pounds he's fighting at, the right hand gets in. Toney's hand speed is making a difference right now. Not saying it's dazzling at this point, but it's certainly better than Holyfield's.
Toney's motion toward his corner was actually directed toward the judge over there, we are told, in trying to indicate to the judge that he hit Evander Holyfield. He's working the judges. Toney unleashing a right.
Let go, don't hold.
He may have hurt Holyfield.
Combination, the left hook, effective on Holyfield's head.
Look how low Holyfield's hand is, Steve.
Toney continues to have success here at the beginning of round 4. He's landing. Now the infighting as Toney backs off, gets himself some leverage, and fires the straight right. That
Watch your head, Evander.
Toney looking a lot better since the first round.
Holyfield is doing what he did against Bird, coming inside and smothering his punches. Could that mean the left shoulder's bothering him again? He can't keep the left up. That's when he does it. When he can't keep that left up and jab his weight, he has to come inside. And he's kept the left low, and Toney's hit it with right hands.
It might be affecting him negatively, you're right. And when you're almost 41 years old, those problems can crop up in a second. Back comes Holyfield.
Well, now it's what we thought it was going to be, isn't it?
It's a slugfest.
The defense of Toney right now is excellent, though.
The war on October 4 living up to its billing now.
And Holyfield's doing the right thing by working the body of Toney. If you can't hit him in the head, go to the body, because this is a 12-round fight. He weighs 217 pounds. You want to slow him down.
All right, stop.
Toney hoping that Holyfield punches himself out. Under a minute left.
Watch your
In
head.
an action-packed
Let go,
fourth round.
Evander. Let go.
That right hand by Holyfield got in there very well against Toney. Now, does Toney think he's punched himself out? Will he try and come back now?
Toney with a very fast pace. And he's a lot busier now. Crisp left hooks. 3 in a row unanswered. A right uppercut on the jaw by Toney on the inside.
Work out of there. Don't hold.
4 good shots by James
All right,
Toney
stop.
during that
Stop.
sequence.
You can't push him around with your head.
Jane 80 again cautioning Holyfield to be careful with the head. That left hook blocked by Holyfield.
A very interesting round to score.
I thought it was another good round for Toney.
In my bucket. Jesus Christ. Deep breath. Okay. Very good, James. Right here.
Toney got against the ropes, and of course he wants to smother the punches of Holyfield and land his counter punches. There's Holyfield working the body. Toney himself coming back, that's what he does. He counters off those ropes effectively. Holyfield getting some of those shots in well, some being blocked. This is vintage James Toney. And look at him land the uppercut. It is so hard to hit him when he's in this posture, and you see actually a lot of Holyfield's punches not getting in there, even though he did land some. That is quintessential James Toney.
Holyfield has a fight on his hands here with James Toney. As we head into round 5 scheduled for 12. Toney now brimming with confidence, tripling up on the left, firing a straight right. And Toney is getting off first. There's a big overhand right to the chin, a left hook to the other side of Holyfield's face. Flicking the jab, doing it all, twisting and turning. James Toney all of a sudden seems to have Holyfield in his pocket. Oh, what a heavy right hand showing the chin of Holyfield. Big shot by